Welcome to the Indoor Air Quality Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Shelton, and today we're going to talk about mycotoxins that are produced by toxic mold. You might have heard of the term mycotoxins before, but what exactly are mycotoxins and why are they a concern for indoor air quality? Well, mycotoxins are toxic compounds that are produced by certain types of fungi, also known as molds. Molds that produce mycotoxins can grow on a variety of surfaces, including mold-contaminated food, crops, and building materials. And when they release mycotoxins, they can pose a serious health risk to humans and animals. So, what are some of the health effects of mycotoxins? Well, exposure to mycotoxins can lead to a range of symptoms, including respiratory issues, skin irritation, and even neurological problems. In severe cases, exposure to high levels of mycotoxins can lead to serious illnesses and even death. But how do mycotoxins get into our indoor environment in the first place? Well, there are several ways. For example, mycotoxins can be produced on mold-contaminated building materials such as mold-contaminated drywall, insulation, and ceiling tiles, which can then release the mycotoxins into the air we breathe. Additionally, mycotoxins can also be produced on mold-contaminated food items such as mold-contaminated grains and nuts, which can then contaminate the indoor air if not properly stored. So, what can we do to protect ourselves from exposure to mycotoxins? Well, there are several steps that we can take. Firstly, it's important to ensure that our indoor environments are kept clean and dry, as mold and fungi thrive in damp and humid conditions. Regular cleaning and maintenance of air conditioning units, air ducts, and ventilation systems can also help to prevent the growth of mold and reduce the risk of mycotoxin exposure. If you suspect that you have a mold problem in your home or workplace, it's important to seek the advice of a qualified indoor environmental professional. They can conduct a thorough inspection of your property and provide recommendations on how to mitigate any mold or mycotoxin issues. So that's it for today's episode of the Indoor Air Quality Podcast. Remember, when it comes to mycotoxins and indoor air quality, prevention is the key. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.